Alrighty, welcome back. Here is another small transformer load for coming out of the factory. Not done yet, but in progress. I figured I'd just kind of show the way it is. It is on an Intermountain C&O Flat car that's been weathered up, and the deck's been weathered and whatnot. And I took these 6 little tiny transformers. Where are they from? I'll put a link. I know I got them on Shapeways. I think it's Resin Car Models. Anyway, I forget who makes them, but I will find out and I will put it either as a little note or I'll flash the picture up. So they're on there. They're glued down with some canopy glue. I put the dunnage on them. You can see that. And then I came in there. I did paint them. I painted them the blue-gray color. I painted the valves. What am I doing? I can turn this. I painted the nameplates, kind of a silver color. They would have writing on them, but I don't know if I can go that small. And then for the rods, they're stuck in there with super glue. And what that is I think it's tiny. I'll tell you what, it's tiny because I had to cut 24 of them. It's maybe I'm going to say 015. About 34 millimeters long. From the very top, that's where the hold down bracket is up top. If I get my fat finger in there, you can see up top there. They're in there, and then they're down through the holes in the bottom, probably a little bit too long. And what they should have on the bottom is a flat plate with a bolt or with a nut on it, which I did not do. I'm going to be honest, I didn't. They're just run down there through the pockets and a little dab of super glue up top, a little dab of super glue at the bottom. And that looks pretty nice. That looks to be okay. Now I got to come in and touch it up. I do want to touch up the top part there. And I do want to kind of touch up the bottom. I may come in on some of these, like these. Oops. Like these here at the end look awful long. I may come in and just kind of try to carefully nip them off. I don't want to break them out of there or anything like that, but I might try to do that once the super glue sets up, which probably is by now. So that's the look. I think it looks pretty cool. So we're not quite done yet, like I said. The one thing I do want to do is in the center, maybe put a little Westinghouse logo on both sides, and then at the ends put a, do not hump this car on both ends. And for that, gentle viewer, what I will use are these vinyl stickers. These are from my custom-made decal set. I have an N scale, upper right, HO scale, upper left. I think TT scale is there in the middle. So I'm going to cut out maybe upper left there, those 2 top left-hand side are do not hump this car. And then next to it are the Westinghouse symbols, or the insignia. Where are they here? I'm going to point them out to you so you can take a gander. These 2 are the do not hump, and right next to it, the little square Westinghouse. They'll probably go here in the center. That's for the square Westinghouse, and then the ends will get the do not hump. So I want to cut those out, make the wood, little boards for the back of them. These are apparently on vinyl, so these should just peel right off. I thought to myself, why am I struggling with decals all the time? And then I was talking to the gentleman who made the decals. He's like, well, we can make you vinyl stickers if you want. I said, yeah, why not? Because I just want to peel these off, put them on a piece of real thin strip wood or board, and then glue it to the car and be done. So we will give that a shot. So I just wanted to show this in progress best I can here at the bench with a handheld phone. But that is the next small little load of transformers about to leave the factory. Okay, here's the car. I decided to sit down here and just get the darn thing done. Everything's touched up, and I have the Westinghouse It is vinyl on the side there, just on a little piece of wood. Worked out fairly well. I got two of those, one on each side. There's the back of the other one. And then I have, at the very end, I have Do Not Hump. This car. I don't know if we'll be able to focus on that and get it clear enough for everybody, but that's on that end. And the same thing is on the other end. So there's some dunnage across the bottom of each of these. Come down, yada, yada, yada. Then we have the Do Not Hump on that side of the car. Okay. So it's ready, pretty much ready for the layout as it is. Here's the top view, if I can get up above it here. Now, those signs may not be, oh, there, that looks pretty good. Okay, they look better. I mean, it depends where you are, because since it's a round transformer, how things look. But that looks pretty darn good. Trying to get the light on that. That's a small load, ready to go on the layout and out of the transformer factory. Woohoo! Yeah. Okay. Back here to the layout. I just couldn't resist. That is the finished car in the factory. What I did was, in addition to I don't remember if I showed the three oil barrels. That's for one for each two. And then there's a box that I put in there. Those are 3D printed boxes that I ordered, but they're kind of painted up, brand new. They hold all the bushings for the units. I mean, because the bushings got to be somewhere. So that way they get the complete package as delivered. They get the 6 units. They get the bushings. They get some extra oil, top off oil with it. So that is the last thing I did on this car, and now it's ready for service. All right, so that's that. So again, this is the factory. It's in the factory right now. Let me just kind of go back. That's my little switcher for the factory. So that load is ready to rock and roll on the layout. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. Alrighty, we're back here again. Sunday morning, April 16th, the day before tax day. And Steve's coming on the NS 315. Had a good run. No meets at all the way from Buffalo into Conneaut, I believe. And you may wonder, why in the world are all these damn videos from the same spot? Well, gentle viewer, this spot right here is about 3 minutes from my house. So it's very easy to get over, to catch up, Steve running by, and get back home again and start working on the layout. So it's a nice spot to go to. The sun's usually pretty good here. I wish the sun was a little bit more in its path right now, because it's 8:35 in the morning. So you can see from the shadow there, it's kind of behind the pole and kind of facing the wrong way. I really wish it was in his face. But what are you going to do? You take what you can take, right? All right, so I said 315. He should be calling the Swanville signal. Try to listen to this very, very soon. He just called Esmer, which is the other end of that siding over there. And then Swanville's just around the corner, the bend. So let me just shut up for a moment and see if he talks.
Clear, Swanville, westbound.
Okay, that's Steve-O. So let me pause this, get in position, and we'll get 315 coming by.